Hola a todos. Hoy en la clase vamos a hablar de las construcciones infinitivas. Today in class, students, we are going to be looking at infinitive constructions using el presente, the present tense. Primero, tenemos que ver qué es un infinitivo. ¿Qué es un infinitivo? First, we want to examine what is an infinitive. An infinitive is a verb before it has been conjugated or changed to show who is doing the action. So, for example, it will always mean to do something, like bailar means to dance. Abrir means to open. Or you guys can see in the photo, correr is to run. Correr is to run. Now, in Espanol, we have tres tipos de construcción or de infinitivos. There are three types of infinitivos. We have AR, ER, and IR. We just learned the endings for our ER and IR verbs. So let's start first with something that we recognize and know. The verb esperar, as you know, means to wait for or to hope for. But when we use it with an infinitive, it means to wait or to hope to do something. So notice, whenever we have an infinitive construction, there will be at least dos verbos. There will be at least two verbs. And you'll notice by the bolded endings that the first verb, esperan, ellos esperan regresar a la escuela en el otoño. Ellos is our subject who's doing the action. And for the verb esperan, they hope, we had to choose the ending o as a, amos ais on, that agrees with they. So we chose an. Now, we're not going to say they hope they return. They hope, what do they hope? To return to the school in the fall. And so you'll notice that the second verb here, regresar, we did not conjugate and we left it as an infinitive. So whenever we have an infinitive, again, one verb will be conjugated and the other verb will not be conjugated. Now, I will put this presentation in our Google Classroom, and as we go through each of the examples, you will notice that there's a second one in English, and if you would like additional practice, you are most welcome to go through this presentation at home and practice an additional example for each slide. So notice our example for this one was Miss Ruddock hopes to travel much in the future. So step one, who's the subject? Who is doing the action? Okay, we have Miss Ruddock. And what is it that Miss Ruddock, singular, one person, we're talking about her, okay? What does she hope to do? She hopes to travel. So to travel will be an infinitive and hopes will be conjugated to match the subject. So let's look at one together. Notice with Miss Ruddock, the subject, we had to put a before señorita. A la señorita Ruddock espera viajar mucho en el futuro. Let's take a look at another one. Necesitar plus infinitivo. Necesitar, to need to do something. First, let's look at the conjugations of necesitar. We have, repite todos. Necesito, necesitas, necesita, necesitamos, necesitáis, necesitan. So these are the conjugations of necesitar. So in our examples, los estudiantes, the subject, necesitan comprar unos zapatos nuevos. The students, they need, what do they need to do? To buy some new shoes. For your own practice, pause the video and try the example below. Mr. Peña needs to read the new book by Isabel Allende. Now, when you do Mr. Peña, just like señorita, instead of putting a la, you're going to have to put an L in front of it. Another verb, desear. Desear, desear, to desire, to do something. Desear plus an infinitive. Los parientes no desean compartir las galletas. Los parientes no desean compartir las galletas. The relatives, they do not desire. And what is it that they do not desire to do? To share the cookies. Notice that when we wanted to make the sentence negative, we put a no before the conjugated verb. Now, one of our new ER verbs, we have deber. Deber is should, must, or ought to. And notice, instead of our AR endings, we have to use our new ER endings. So let's review. O ace A, amos ace N. Again, O ace A, amos ace N. Remember that the left side is always singular and the right side is always plural. So our example, él debe comprender todo antes del examen. Él debe, he should. And what should he do? Understand everything before the exam. Okay, this is a new one. So we learned two new verbs this week. We learned tener and venir. And based on the conjugations over to the right, you can see that tener is irregular for two reasons. Number one, it's a go verb, which means that in the yo form only, it's going to end in go. We have, repite, yo tengo, like yo tengo 16 años. I have 16 years. We have repite, tú tienes, you have. Then we have tiene, he, she, or you formal have. Tenemos, tenéis, tienen. These are the three plural forms of tener. Now, tener can be just the verb to have, as in to possess something. Tengo un boli, I have a pen. Okay, tener can also be used with a verb. Tener que plus an infinitive or another verb means to have to do something. You must, you ought to. This is not an option. I feel like doing it. This is something that you are obligated to do. So our sign will always be tener plus que plus an infinitive. Tener que plus an infinitive, like tenemos que trabajar. Tenemos que trabajar. We have to work. Los perros tienen que correr. They have to. What is it that they have to do? They have to run. Notice we conjugated tener, and notice that our K does not have an accent. K with an accent means that, what? K with an accent means what? Can is who, K is what. K without the accent means that or than. Let's try an example together. I have to share the computer with my brother. If it was I have to, first we need to conjugate tener based on our subject I. Yo tengo que. Yo tengo que. Now we look at the capitalized part. What is it that I have to do? I have to share. Compartir. Compartir. Tengo que compartir. What is it that I have to share? La computadora. Tengo que compartir la computadora. Ahora, venir para. Venir para. Venir is another one of our new verbs. And venir is also irregular for two reasons. One, it's a go verb. Yo vengo. Number two, it's a stem changer. Notice that venir is going to change from E to IE in every single form except nosotros and vosotros. Remember that both tener and venir change everywhere inside of the boot, but they do not ever change in nosotros or vosotros. So we have venir. Venir means to come, like vengo a la oficina. I come to the office. Vengo al colegio. I come to the high school. Venir para plus an infinitive is an infinitive construction that means I come in order to do something. This is showing purpose. For example, yo vengo para aprender el español. Yo vengo al colegio para aprender el español. I come to the high school. Why? In order to learn Spanish. Notice we conjugated vengo, but we did not conjugate to learn. Let's try another one. The people come in order to learn in the conference. Now, cuidado, ojo, with the people, la gente in Spanish, even though we are talking about more than one person, we're talking about one group. So this is going to be singular. La gente viene para aprender en la conferencia. Last one, chiquititos, you're almost there. Sí se puede. Tener ganas de. Now, this is one of my favorites. Tener ganas de plus an infinitive is to feel like doing something. This is not tener que, I have to do it or else. This is tener ganas de, I feel like doing it. So we might say, nosotros tenemos ganas de compartir nuestras fotos contigo. We feel like sharing our photos with you. I apologize for the error. It should be nuestras fotos. Our photos. We feel like sharing our photos. We want to show you where we've been, what we've been doing. It's not a have to, it's a desire. So let's look at another one. Xavier, he feels like, so this is not a have to, this is a he feels like drinking some water. So we're going to say Xavier is one person. So automatically I have to go on the left side. Tengo, tienes, or tiene. Am I involved? Nope. So it's not yo tengo. Am I talking to you? Nope, not talking to you. So it's not tienes. So it's going to be Xavier tiene ganas de. He feels like drinking. Now, we are not going to say drinking, ando. We are going to say to drink. So look, Xavier tiene ganas de beber agua. Xavier tiene ganas de beber agua. Muy bien, un repasito, chiquititos, a little bit of a review. So today we talked about infinitives in Spanish. And infinitives in Spanish, there are three different types. We have AR, ER, and IR. Next, an infinitive is a verb before it has been conjugated or changed to match the subject who is doing the action. And an infinitive will always mean to do something. And an infinitive construction will always have at least dos verbos. The first one is conjugated. Yo vengo para comer. I come in order to do what? To eat. Vengo para comer en el restaurante Arturo's porque es riquísima. Siempre, 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 it will always include an infinitive. There will always be one unconjugated verb, like ustedes desean aprender. Ustedes, you all formal, desean, you guys desire or wish on a star. What is it that you desire to do? To learn. Excelente, chicos. Muchas gracias por tu tiempo. Buena suerte con la pruebita. Adiós.